Hey everyone, I hope you guys are enjoying free title update number 2 for Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak on either your Nintendo Switch and on PC. And in this video, I'm going to go ahead and cover some of the brand new details we've gotten after the free title update number 2 patch basically went live. A lot of people have begun to look into the game's faults. Some information has begun to trickle out, let's put it lightly in that regard. And essentially we have direct confirmation of 8 brand new event quests heading into the game. So not only do we have the name for each one of the upcoming event quests, we also have all the information regarding what monsters you're going to be fighting in each one of them as well. And we also have some of the details as for what are some of the rewards for each one of these quests as well. So I'm going to be going over all of that, since this is pretty much also confirming when we're getting the next free title update number 3, which is set to release in November. And based essentially on just the roadmap that we have based on these event quests, we have almost a direct confirmation that on November 30th, this will be a Wednesday, this will be the day that Capcom decides to drop the third free title update. With the understanding that there is going to be an October patch at some point later this month, and maybe some things will actually change. Maybe we end up getting 2 event quests in one given week. That doesn't necessarily hasn't been the case as of late, so things could still change. But it seems like for now, we have direct confirmation on pretty much every single event quest heading into free title update number 3. I also want to quickly acknowledge that I'm fully aware that there are some other rumors floating around out there. I haven't necessarily confirmed that on my end. I don't like to report on things unless I've actually been able to confirm on them, like I did heading into the launch of Rise, like I did heading into the launch of Sunbreak. So until I can confirm that on my end, I will not be covering that. So give me a few days before I actually talk about some of those other rumors as well. But because we have direct confirmation of these event quests, essentially what we do know is that there are 8 of them are upcoming heading into free title update number 3, 2 of which seems to be brand new dual threat event quests. Remember, the dual threats are supposed to be higher difficulty event quests as well, so do keep that in mind. There wasn't an event quest last week. Some people were asking me in the comments where was the event quest for the week of the 28th, basically because they dropped the second free title update. They didn't necessarily feel like dropping an event quest. There was the collaboration thing with Discord, which I covered yesterday, so I guess they treated that as the event quest for the week. So when it comes to the first event quest that we should be getting starting on October 5th, this one has for some reason 5 monsters listed. My guess is that there is some sort of error in the data and one of these monsters just simply was put in by mistake. But essentially the quest is called Another Grand Gesture. This is a master rank 3-star quest that puts you up against a Kuluyaku, a Kezu, a Bazelgeuse, a Garangolm, and a Barriath. So once again at the arena, so you're going to be fighting these monsters in the arena back to back. My guess is that there's just some sort of error and one of these was not supposed to be there. My guess would be Garangolm is probably a mistake monster there. The data, that's what it suggests, but I could potentially be wrong. They do mention that the gestures will be the reward specifically for this quest according to the data. The second event quest that should be following that, this would be the week of October 12th. This is a master rank 6-star quest. This is a dual threat quest that's called Go Out With A Bang. This one is going to put you up against 2 Seething Bazelgeuses in the lava caverns. And the possibility of rewards would be a higher crown or a small crown, either a big or a small crown, whichever one we haven't gotten a quest for, most likely is going to be that. And better chances to be able to get mantle rewards. Remember, these are the rare drops, so chances are their drop percentage drops from 3% or 2% to about 4 to 6%, somewhere along those lines. Following the next event quest, that would be a master rank 5-star quest called Fear in the Flooded Forest. This one puts you up against a Puke, an Anjanath, and a Bazelgeuse in, of course, the Flooded Forest. We don't have any details regarding what type of rewards we're going to be able to get for this one, but of course, we're going to get that revealed presumably as it actually drops. The next subsequent event quest will be a master rank 5-star quest that's called Punches and Pincers. That puts you up against a Rajang, a Shogun Senator, and a Daimyo Hermitor in the arena. So I believe we already had a similar quest that put you up against a Hermitor and a Rajang in the arena, but now they're adding Shogun Senator to that as well. So it's interesting that they're choosing to go that route. The next subsequent quest, this would be the ones starting in November, the first week of November. This would be a master rank 4-star quest called Noisy Neighbors. that puts you up against a Kezu, a Lunagaron, and a Pyrognathaki in Forlorn Arena. Once again, we don't necessarily have the reward for this one, but of course, once it drops, we will be able to know, or maybe by then, again, the October patch has dropped, so some of that information has become available in the files. We'll be revisiting some of these details if any of that information is updated. Now, the second week of November, presumably we get the second dual threat event quest. This will be a Master Rank 6 quest called A Returning Rush of Red. This one puts you up against a Malzeno and a Shagaru Magala at the Citadel. So this one's going to be one of those presumably tougher quests. This one is probably going to give you a chance of a higher crown, so either big or small crown, depending on whichever one they haven't given us just yet, and a better chance to be able to get better mantles, presumably once again doubling that from 2 to 3 to 4 and 6%. The following event quest is going to be called Forbidden Waltz. This is a Master Rank 4-star quest that puts you up against a Rathian and a Rathalos in the arena. And it just fascinates me that I guess we didn't have a Rathian and Rathalos event quest in the arena, presumably where they're both fighting together. I do remember that we had one in the Shrine Ruins a while back in like base Monster Hunter Rise, but I guess we're finally getting that arena quest with both of them together. And the last event quest that we're getting in between Free Title Update number 2 and Free Title Update number 3, this would be probably the week of November 23rd. That would be the Wednesday, the event quest Wednesday. This will be a 5-star Master Rank quest called Roar of the Black Eclipse. And this is a Gore Magala, presumably with booster parameters, at the arena. This one is going to give you a chance of a better crown, and of course, mantle chances as well, being doubled from 2 to 3% to 4 and 6%. So that seems to be, that's the 8th event quest that we're going to be able to get in the upcoming 8 weeks. Now, of course, once again, I reiterate, some patches will be dropping in between, hotfixes and things like that. We do know of at the very least one dropping at some point this month, as they're going to be addressing some of the bugs and fixes that they have mentioned in the weeks in the previous weeks heading into Free Title Update number 2 that they couldn't address in that specific patch. So we are going to get a patch there. Maybe it changes some of these things. Maybe we'll have to revisit some of these changes. But as of right now, these are the 8 upcoming quests that we are going to be getting, specifically all of October heading into November. So that's about all the information that I have for you guys for now. I will be making a future video in a few days. I want to make sure that I can confirm all the information that I have been reading from sources that I actually trust, not just some random people on the internet that I've never heard of before. I want to make sure I confirm those things before I report here whatever new monster details we have for the upcoming Free Title updates. If you're brand new to my channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Hit the bell to receive notifications when the videos go up. And as always, thank you so much for watching. See ya.